Good morning. Glad to be alive today and hope that you are too. Remember, the yogic way is a way that's ahistorical and atemporal. It's tapping into something that's not in time. So, to a certain extent, although when you finish your practice, you will go back into the incarnation and be involved in your time and place, historically speaking. But the yogic mindset is one that's taking you out of time, and therefore, what time does and the changes that time teaches you is what you're going to transcend. So we're going to do it by having Trishula Mudra, which is in the left hand, the thumb covering the pinky and the three fingers stretching straight, and the right hand in a fist with the thumb up, like this. So that's the what's called Shikara Mudra, one of the symbols of Shiva, both of these symbols of Shiva. And then this is together, they're called Shani Mudra. And Shani Mudra is the name of Saturn, and Saturn represents the planet where you learn the lessons of time. Sometimes they also take this mudra and they roll it around the face clockwise or counterclockwise to indicate you understand the movement of time and the lessons to be learned. All right, so take your stance, close the eyes, and always recede eyes into the back of the skull. Let the brain cells also recede. Everything seems to be shrinking, moving into the center seam. Continue to raise the spine and lift the bottom chest up. All right, today we're working on Ujjayi breath, but with Antar, the internal retention. So, first few rounds will be open nostril inhale, hold the breath, open nostril exhale, and we'll go on from there. On your next exhale, sink down into your restorative place and raise your hand, widen the nostrils, breathe in. Wait there. Keeping the nostrils wide, exhale. Relax the hand and restorative breathing. Even though the nostrils are open, pay attention to whether or not there's nostril dominance, whether one side predominates. And we know that it alternates every hour, hour and a half. But remember, nostril predominance is associated with shifts in consciousness. Left nostril for right hemisphere, right nostril for left hemisphere. Second round, exhale, raise your hand, open the nostrils, breathe in. Hold. Open nostril, exhale. Relax and restore the breath. Practice is a way of overcoming any aspect of our life where we have chosen to create discontent, or where we concoct fantastic reasons for the disallowance of well-being. But not here, not today. Exhale the breath. Open the nostrils, breathe in. Hold there. And open nostril, exhale. Relax the hand, restore to breathing. All right, that's round one. Second round will be narrow nostril on the inhale, Antar Kumbhak, open nostril on the exhale. Keep remembering, Abhyasa is the way, devoted, lifelong, uninterrupted practice. It stops us from pursuing desires that are less worthy, less dharmic, and therefore we learn to live in a state of peace and poise when we're not so disturbed by desires pulling us this way and that way. Exhale a breath. Raise the hand. Narrow the nostrils now and breathe from base to brim. Now hold the breath, Antar Kumbhak. Open nostrils, exhale. Relax the hand, restore to breathing. Now, as we focus on what we're doing, we want to learn the difference between diffused intelligence and scattered intelligence. One seems to be spreading its rays of illumination everywhere at once simultaneously, and one is like completely lost in its focus because it's so spread out too much. All right, so exhale the breath, second cycle, second round. Narrow the nostrils, breathe in. Hold the breath. Open both nostrils and exhale. Relax the hand, restorative breathing. Stress is not just a overwhelm that we feel from the capitalist society that pushes us all to produce and be a human doing instead of a human being, but at milestones of one's life, at transitions in one's life, various rites of passage in one's life, we have eruptions of the status quo. And if we don't reset, if we don't recover, then the chronic residue that builds up leads to disease in various forms. Let's counter that. Exhale the breath. Narrow the nostrils, breathe in. Wait there and Antar come back. Open nostril, exhale. Relax the hand and restorative breath. Now, of course, at the gross level, we're just replenishing oxygen and balancing the oxygen carbon dioxide level, purifying the waste and so forth, animating our living cells and so forth. But like many other things, pranayama provides an experience. And what we know from our brain studies is that experience dependent plasticity, that we can change what's going on in the synapses of our brain by the kind of experience or the kind of training that we do. So if we're complacent about this, changes will not occur. If we're overly ambitious, we might push ourselves and hurt ourselves. Finding the balance is really important. You got to do it, but do it within certain limits or parameters that are filled with ahimsa, nonviolence, and satya, truth. All right, third cycle. Open nostril, inhale. Hold the breath. Narrow nostril, exhale. Restorative cycle. Raise the hand. Open nostrils, breathe in. Hold the breath. Wait there. Narrow the nostrils and exhale. Relax the hand and restorative breathing. Now, the process of respiration is to spread this energy to every nook and cranny in the body. In the Vayu Kosha, in the sheath that's connected to the air and the movement, there are hidden energies in the air, and that's what we're absorbing, not just oxygen. Second cycle, third round. Exhale the breath, raise the hand, open the nostrils, breathe in. Wait there. Narrow nostrils, exhale. Relax the hand and restorative breaths. Again, classic reminder, some mastery of asana is necessary prior to pranayama. So the position of sitting still, whether for pranayama or meditation, must become natural. Only then does it further concentration. Even if uncomfortable at the beginning or sometimes unbearable, maintaining the body in the same posture, it has to go to effortlessness. If effort doesn't disappear, you can't do it. So make sure you're continuing to work on your asana practice to help the sitting practice for pranayama. All right, third cycle, third round. Exhale the breath, raise the hand, open the nostrils, breathe in. Wait there. Narrow nostril exhale. Relax the hand and restore the breaths. Now remember, one of the other advantages that asana confers in the pranayama practice is what they call the dvandvas, the pairs of opposites, anabhigata. You've come to a certain level of equanimity relative to the changes of the ups and downs, the front and the back, the right and the left, the good and the bad, the in and the out, and so forth. You compare the two sides in the poses, you compare how you balance the breath, and that works towards greater equanimity. So now, fourth cycle, narrow nostril on the inhale, narrow nostril on the exhale, with internal retention in between. Let's get to it. Exhale the breath. Raise the hand. Narrow the nostrils and breathe in. Wait there in Antar. Narrow nostrils, exhale. Relax the hand, restorative breathing. Now, on the retention of the breath, the energy is indrawn and made to move further and further into the system so that each cell, you could say, gets a chance to rejuvenate, like a hungry plant where water is kind of slurps it and absorbs it at the deepest level. That's what's going on. Second cycle, fourth round, exhale the breath, raise the hand, narrow the nostrils, breathe. Wait there in Antar. Narrow nostril, exhale. Relax the hand, restorative breathing. Now, of course, pay attention to how you retain the grip on the intercostal muscles, the bottom of the chest, the floating ribs throughout the exhale. So you have to study how smooth the breath is on its release. And then how do you know? The quality of the next restorative breath tells you how you did it. All right, third cycle, third round, fourth round. Exhale the breath, raise the hand, narrow nostrils, breathe in. Wait there in Antar. Then narrow nostrils on the exhale. Relax the hand and restorative breathing. Then keeping the eyes closed, slowly bring your head up on your spine and gently open your eyes. All right, so I hope that the Saturn mudra, the Shani mudra, will help you get clear about the wisdom that you've learned, garnered over the time that you've been alive. And then also that the breath control with Antar Kumbhak should bolster up your energy and give you a real lift today. So anybody wants to communicate what's happening, I'd love to have you continue a dialogue with me. Otherwise, have a great day and take it to the streets.